So a good friend of mine has invited me on a very special trip, and I'm very excited to go. But there's like 7 million things that have to happen before I actually can go. One of them is heading downtown Boston, to get my hair done. And so I'm waiting for my Uber. And yes, it is freezing here in Massachusetts. It's like 40 degrees. Where I'm gonna go is much warmer. Okay, downtown. And I had to go to Diptyque because finally there's a Diptyque on Newberry Street. So Diptyque. And I had to get the new Milan candle. You guys should try it out. It's actually really, really nice. It's pre-order right now, so you can't take it home with you, but you can order it. And then I got the cherry blossom candle, which is limited edition, which is really, really nice. So I picked up those. And like I said, 7 million things to do before I'm ready for this trip. But I'm going to take you along with me, so don't worry about that. But I'm going to go in, get my roots done, my hair done, and then on to the next. Okay, so hair is done. One thing down off my 72-page list. And now I'm waiting for an Uber. But Ubers in the afternoon in Boston, yeah, it could be half an hour. We don't know. I've thought about driving down here. I used to drive down here. I used to just drive down and park, but you know, it's gotten worse and worse every month, but definitely every year to try to find parking. So Uber it is. I feel like half my life is waiting for Ubers. Not that that's necessarily a bad thing, but now I'm waiting for my Uber to the airport. Yeah, and it's cold here. It's like 40 degrees, but I do well in cold weather, so I'm fine. I just have a scarf on. And I didn't bring a coat to come back with, so, because where I'm going, it's going to be like 80. I'm not going to need a coat there. But when I come back at like 10 o'clock at night, and it's going to be like 30 degrees. The joys of complaining about things that you wished for, you know, like 5 years ago. That's how it works. So I'm getting ready for the event. And yes, I am in Los Angeles. I was going to film me getting into the airport last night, but it was like 1 o'clock in the morning my time. And I was just like, I'm too tired. So I'm in Los Angeles for an event. You're going to see what it is in just a couple minutes. I'm building the suspense, guys. Can you tell? And guess who I'm here with? You'll see her soon. I'm getting ready. The light in here is terrible. Sorry, I look like ridiculous, but like I said, the light in here is terrible. You'll see the brand that I'm going to and the location and all that good stuff. But I have promised myself that I'm only going to buy things that I absolutely love. So if I fall in love with something and I think it's something I'll wear for like the rest of my life, I can buy it. Otherwise, I'm not allowed to buy it. I have to only buy things that like, you know, will be like a staple in my closet. No trendy, no fun, like just staples. Because I have so much that I just need to like, I need to be very discerning. So you have to hold me to that, guys. Like if I come back at the end of this video and I bought a whole bunch of stuff, you have to yell at me. So I'm holding myself accountable by putting this in a video. We're in the back of a car going somewhere we don't know. This is what greeted us when we walked in, just the perfect presentation. And then my eyes fell to this necklace, which I could not get over for the rest of the day. This is the layout of all the runway fall winter 2025 and the very sculptural accessory pieces, including the necklaces and the earrings. And as I said in the intro, the necklace, I just absolutely loved it. And here's Michelle explaining the knit.
Basically, this is a a neckband.
Okay,
So
okay.
a lot of times in knitting, you knit the pieces separately and then you attach it on.
Oh, okay.
So this is a neckband that just hasn't been attached to the rest of the sweater, like a crew neck sweater or a mock neck sweater, depending on the size. And this is basically folded over. So here's where it's seamed.
Yeah.
So if you unseamed it, you could lay it flat. You can see it's just folded over here.
Okay.
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just like a fisherman rib, which is a nice chunky rib.
It's got a beautiful feel to it.
Yeah.
So almost everything at the Prada event was pre-order only. All of these pieces are only for pre-order. You won't be seeing them in retail stores. You might see some iterations of them, but not these exact items. So this coat, I absolutely fell in love with, and that's me in the picture posing with the coat on under the Prada sign. And here's some up close pictures of the texture of the jacket. It's a pea coat really. And the buttons. The buttons are what killed me. They're basically jewelry, and they look like kind of grapes on this gold, leaf. I was just amazed by the jewelry effect of the buttons. And if you actually pre-ordered the item and they made it for you, those buttons would have been snap-on buttons instead of the pull-through like they look like in the store. But absolutely loved that pea coat. It was so hard for me not to pre-order it. This was my favorite pre-order bag. And I love the way they made the suede look in this.
I would put it. Yeah. So you could just, the only drawback, right, is living in Boston. Thank you so much. Our weather is terrible. A little shorter.
Yeah, I like that. But the chain that's really smart.
Kind of hang the chain.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Michelle now is considering her options for her ready-to-wear. Look at this. I absolutely loved these knits. You're gonna see the green one in a second. And the jewelry basically attached to them was just outstanding. If you pre-ordered one of these sweaters, the jewelry pieces were actually going to be separate so that you could detach them if you wanted. And I was thinking they would make perfect bag charms. If you've watched Michelle's shopping vlog from last February when she and I went shopping, you'll know this bag. This was a bag that I was looking at the Prada store in Vegas with Michelle, and I absolutely fell in love with it. So Gabby pulled it out to try to tempt me. It's definitely on my wish list for the future. I love the color, I love the bag. It's an absolute classic. And then of course, I had to try on the necklace. It was the first thing that caught my eye.
I feel like I have to buy it. Michelle says I have to buy it. Sorry, I have to be, hey, I have a selfie stick, I have a stick. I could actually.
The necklace was especially hard to say no to since, again, this is not going to be made in retail stores. There's a green version of this that I understand will be in some stores, but it'll be extremely limited, like maybe 10 pieces. Throughout the event, they offered us wine and sparkling water and cocktails and juices and of course, light bites to eat. This was actually a lovely branzino dish, and I had a number of other light little plates later on in the day that were fantastic. And if this wasn't all enough, you could flip through current prints and archival prints and get made to measure so that you could order specific types of shirts or shirt dresses. And these prints were amazing. They had the lipstick print, they had the comic book print, they had an Italian ruins print. You can see us flipping through some of the prints. They were beautiful. The most difficult part was, of course, choosing a print because I liked all of them. And the different shirt styles that you could choose from were also just amazing. So I don't know how people go through and pick one particular print. I just felt slightly overwhelmed. And did you know that Prada has housewares? I fell in love with the settings on this table, and of course the irises were just absolutely beautiful. But I walked away from the event thinking, well, now I need to buy Prada plateware because there's a set that you're gonna see in a second that I must have.
It's one of my favorite things to do.
I love this
Open
design.
this cabinet.
See, this is something I would do. I would have this tea set. I would definitely do
This feels very you.
We sat outside in the backyard for a little while and I was obsessed with this fireplace. I've always wanted an outdoor fireplace. Massachusetts probably isn't the best place for it since our weather is so bad, but for California, this was just stunning, absolutely beautiful. And they also had a water feature in the backyard. I mean, honestly, the property was just so amazing. And as the day went on, we were there for several hours. It was a little warm in the beginning. It was probably almost 80 during the day, but of course this was in the hills. At night, when we got later into the evening, it was probably in the 60s and was absolutely beautiful. This was the bag and the Prada sunglasses that I brought to the event, that I wore to the event. And that bag, as I mentioned, is like from 94, 95 that my sister bought for me in Milan. And the glasses actually are the sunglasses I bought while I was shopping with Michelle last February, and they were absolutely perfect for this. And one of my favorite pictures ever, this was toward the end of the event when we went outside to sit down and have a few light bites, but it was absolutely lovely outside and I had just the best time. I'm so glad that we were able to capture this picture. Then at night, they sort of turned over to a stand-up dinner gathering with a DJ, as you can tell in the background. We were staying at a lovely hotel on the west side of Hollywood, so Saturday late morning we decided to take a lovely walk down to Melrose Place, which is my favorite shopping street in LA. I just love the way it's laid out. I love all the little brick buildings and all the ivy. It's my favorite place to shop. There was, of course, this Yeasty Boys New York bagel truck, which just cracked me up. But there's also these just amazing little stores. And of course, Violet Grey, which Michelle had shopped online, but she hadn't been in before. And it's one of my favorite little stores. I love it. This is the perfume that I ended up actually purchasing. And I just love the eclectic nature of the store. It looks like a New York apartment to me. That's the vibe I get every time I go. It's not everywhere that you see this. All right, guys. LAX, been through security. I wasn't gonna film it all because I was like waiting forever, but headed back to my gate to go back to Boston. So I am back from my trip. It was absolutely fantastic. I want you all to know I was really good at the Prada event. The jacket that you saw me posing in with Michelle, I loved that jacket. The pea coat, I mean, I just loved it. And the fact that they're not gonna make it for retail stores, just, you know, I was this close to buying it, but I didn't. I refrained. I did not buy them. Anything from the runway from fall, winter 2025, although I loved, you know, half the pieces there. The necklace, the crocheted necklace with the stones in it, if it had been a smaller price point, if it had been a lower price point, I absolutely would have purchased it. I thought it was stunning, and there's no way I could knit like that. Michelle can, but I can't. And so I would have purchased the one with the blue stones, but at the price point it was, I just couldn't get myself to do it. The purse, if you're lucky enough to pre-order it, it is beautiful. The suede one, it's just stunning in person. I mean, it really is the most beautiful. The way that it aged, the suede on it is amazing, and definitely the price point is pretty good considering the workmanship that's gone into it. And the pieces that will come out in the retail stores, I think, are going to be really popular, and I will definitely keep my eye out for some of the pieces. There won't be any of the pieces that I saw because those were, you know, basically things that aren't going to the retail stores, but I was really impressed by everything. The craftsmanship was just stunning, and I want to thank Michelle for inviting me and Prada for being just amazing. And I'm definitely buying a tea set though, tea service, because that was gorgeous. And then when Michelle and I went down to Melrose Place, that's my favorite street in LA. I know a lot of people would assume it's Rodeo Drive, but I actually love Melrose Place. It's a tiny little area, it's like this little triangle, and the street's not very long, but I love the shops in there. I love the vibe. I love the feel on there. And Violet Grey is actually one of my favorite stores. I love the eclectic nature of it, and the fact that, and I'm pretty sure there's one in New York. That's what it looks like. It looks like a New York apartment, and I love all the unique things they have in there. So I did pick up two things there. One was this patch pack by Ross J. Bar Patches. And In here are healing patches, calm patches, and sleep patches. I haven't tried them yet, but I will let you guys know what I think. They're actually a product from London, and it's rossbar, R-O-S-S bar.com, but you can also get these online. I'll have some updates for you. But I thought this was a great idea because I love those kind of patches that you can like put on your back for like back pain or for your neck or whatever. And healing patches, calm patches, and sleep patches. Like, this is perfect. Anyone else out there is going through perimenopause? So I will let you know. And then the other thing I picked up was this perfume by Perfume Head. And that was what was featured in the entryway of Violet Grey. And this one is called Cosmic Cowboy. And it's a beautiful, powdery, musky, spicy scent. And I sprayed it on a card, and I was holding the card as I was walking through the store, and I put it in my purse. And then when I went in my purse to pay for this, I could still smell this on the card. And I was like, I'm just going to buy it. So I did. I bought the big size, and this is 50 milliliter. There's also 100 milliliter. There is a travel size. They didn't have the travel size in the store. I would have purchased that, but since they didn't, I was like, I'm just going to buy the perfume. And because of all the price increases and stuff, I was just like, you know what? I'm just going to buy it now. I had not heard of Perfume Head before, so I'm going to do some research into the company, and I'll give you some more details. But this one really spoke to me, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to get it. It's sort of like a tribute to my trip, and yeah, so that's what I brought back. But I'll be honest with you guys, I am having many second thoughts about not buying the necklace, the coat, the purse. I hope Michelle gets invited again. I hope I get asked to go again at some point in the future, or Prada invites me in the future, or, you know, my channel gets big enough to where they'll invite me in the future, because I absolutely loved it. And it was a great opportunity to really see the items in person and get to feel what they look like. Because, you know, this is my whole point about having essays and going into stores and trying on clothes or trying on makeup. You just don't get the same experience looking at it online. The convenience and ease, yes, I agree with you. I mean, it can't be matched, but there is something to say about just old-fashioned, like going in and shopping and being relaxed and being able to try different things on and see how they work for you. There's really absolutely nothing like it. And the craftsmanship, hats off to them. They absolutely stunning job. I mean, just amazing, beginning to end. So yes, it was a wonderful time. I'm back home. I am still recovering from the travel and time change. It's so funny. I used to travel all the time, and I was always on the road, and it never bothered me. And now maybe it's perimenopause, who the heck knows? Or maybe, you know, it's just the way it is, but I am still like out of sorts, and it's been a couple of days. So that's why the schedule's off a little bit. Sorry about that. But yeah, I wanted to say I had just the most amazing time. I hope you guys enjoyed the vlog. And if you have any questions for me, put them in the comments below, and I'll do my best to get you answers. So thanks so much for joining me today, guys. I really do appreciate it. And I hope to see you in another video really soon. Bye.